can't really see it in the video how badly uneven this is. It's all in holes, very wet. A lot of clay, wet clay and black ground mixed together. Everything is with stumps, with brush stumps. It's basically all root system. And we are using Coneteks 2.13M attachment with universal rotor head today. And it's really wet and not the best conditions. Still not a problem for our attachment. Really muddy and wet. Everything is with brush stumps and big stumps. So even with universal rotor head, you can stop the vegetation, pull out the root systems and grind them all in the ground, same as stumps. So you don't need to be afraid of rocks or whatever else is in the ground. You just grind everything with it. We are in for a treat. Look at that mud. All with brush stumps. It's basically all root system like a carpet underneath. Grinds everything. It doesn't matter what it is. And you can go as deep as 9.8 inches deep with universal rotor head. So it's totally enough to stop the vegetation and grind stumps and root systems. Bobcat is already starting to sit on the stomach in this mud. The soil is actually clay with clay, black clay, with some black ground as well, all together like a swamp scenario. So the goal for today is to grind everything up and let it dry for a while. Ten years ago, when we had Harley rakes and all known attachments, we could not take a job like this. It would be impossible to grind this up. We would use excavator and dig all the root system off like a carpet. Then we have to figure out where to place it, and a lot of headache. It takes a long time. It takes a lot of fuel and everything. It's not the way to do business. But now we have our own attachments and we can do everything we need to do. That's the reason why we build them, so we can get any job faster with better quality, save money, time and fuel. Oh, lovely conditions, lovely conditions. It still feels good that you can actually grind everything up, even in mud like this. Wet clay and still grinding everything, not a problem. I remember with Harley rakes, at least Latvian, Eastern European clay was impossible to grind. Skid steers, none of the skid steers had enough power to grind anything with Harley rake in our clay. Even when it's dry, you could not get the attachment into the ground. But it's not an issue for us anymore with this attachment. Everything was with brushes and trees here. Our customer bought this land, cleared everything out, and now We're doing the deep grind recultivation, stopping the vegetation. That's the main goal, and after, when it dries out, we will level and settle the ground, prepare it for sowing grass seed and seed it as well. It's not an easy task to take a job like this where you have to grind everything between the trees, all the stumps, root systems, and in wet conditions like these you have to go around all the trees without damaging the root system of the trees. All the ground is shaking. As I said, all the ground is like a carpet with root systems. There was two big old stumps here. There was two big stumps over here. You can abuse this attachment as much as you like. It will take the beating and everything will be fine with it. It's made from tough metals. The teeth are really good as well, and they are cheap compared to any other attachment, and they last. We have to change, like I said in the previous videos, like 2 to 5 teeth a year. But we work a lot. Our ground in Latvia is with rocks and dolomite and all that stuff, so basically anywhere you go, it's ground is full with rocks and stones and trash and everything. Bobcat is starting to sink. We did deep grind all 3 acres. All the stumps and root system is grinded. We will let it sit and dry for a while, all that side as well, and come back in a week's time, I think. We'll see. As you can see, the top has already started to dry out, so that's very good. That's exactly what we wanted. Well, it's been a week. This has dried up a bit. Still wet on the bottom, but the top layer has dried up quite a bit, so that will be good. We will start to level and settle this part later today. We have some black ground coming in around the house because there is a pond in the corner, and they, I don't know, for some reason pushed all the clay all the way to the house. So as soon as it rains, it's all muddy and grass is not growing, so we will put some nice black soil on top around the house, and all the rest we will just level and settle and seed the grass. So we have Coneteks 2.13M model and new Bobcat T86. For now it seems that T870 has more power, hydraulic power, and more power goes to the attachment, as the couplers and all that eats about 40% of the hydraulic power. And this one, you can see, like this hose, this small one, is the back line for hydraulic fluid, and it goes through filter again on this machine, so it clogs up quite a bit, so it warms up all the hydraulic oil, and straight away it loses power. So I don't know, this is quite stupid. I'm not sure why they don't run backline, like hose like this, all the way back to the oil tank without going through the filter, because all this is heating up the oil, building up blood pressure and all that. I mean, look at the size of the hose. It's silly. But oh well, I'm not Bobcat manufacturer, so what do I know? So this is all clay, it's like a slope downhill. And it's all pure clay from the pond. So it's a mess at the moment here up front. We have piles everywhere. So Bobcat grinded the top layer so we can see where the clay is. So there is some black ground as well, but a lot of clay, so we will put all the nice soil on top. We'll bring that away from the house and put the nice one on around the house. So a lot to do. Still gonna deep grind all this, but not really deep, just the top layer so we can mix it all nice together. And then we'll start going over the tops, leveling and settling all that side. We have to do some work around that house as well there. It's a big project. I'm not sure if he wanted to do anything with the pond side, but yeah, we'll see. So I collected all the rocks around the field in one place, and we will bring them to the forest later. That's a small update. He still has to grind all that side up next to the forest. So let's crack on. So Bobcat has deep grinded this second area on the job site. The black soil around the house is coming in slowly. The trucks we have to wait for them. So leveling and settling process has begun. It was all full with stumps, if you remember. And now it will look amazing. So we're seeding now. Everything is looking great. Final seedings. Must love the result if you've seen how it looked before. I will do some drone shots for you guys. So we made a small rain collector ditch here on the side of the road, so all the downslope rain water is coming here and then coming down to here to drain away. All the rest is looking good. Also here there's a rainwater collector line. All the water is coming here and everything is looking really nice.